Hello and welcome to the Flannel Brothers React to...
The Nintendo Switch.
Yep, that's right. Nintendo Switch has been fully revealed. All the info, well, a lot of info's out there.
Yeah, it's all... Not all of it, but most.
Not a lot of info's out there. And so we thought we'd do this little video to share some of our thoughts.
Meant to be
We're
timely.
Yeah, you know, get some topical content out there.
I can't... Which one do you click with?
Middle finger.
Middle?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Mine's
Continue.
real nutty. Overall, my impressions from the presentation were not so stoked. I think it was a fairly weird presentation. Like
It was.
they weren't aiming for the audience that was there, and so not having a reaction there from anyone was kind of like, this is awkward.
The problem is that it was Japanese business people, and it was
An E3 style presentation.
a global presentation,
Yeah.
and like the translators,
Ooh.
we'll get to the translators, but
yeah, written
like
notes. I got
they
notes.
should have had scripts, and So you continue.
All right, so
Oh,
we
yeah.
know. So just for the bare bones news, March 3rd coming out. It's my sister's birthday.
That's
Very soon.
I thought it would be like late March.
Yeah, say I was thinking it was going to be like, oh, it's in March, and they're going to push to as close as April as
to
they
the
could.
30th of March.
But March 3rd, $299 US, and so retailers here have now revealed that it's going to sit around the
$469.95
with no game.
with the base unit. 1-2 Switch should be bundled with it.
It
Just
should.
like Wii Sports was bundled with the
Yeah,
Wii.
I know. Look, there's a few missteps that I would definitely want to cover, but also another point that I've written down: there's no region locking for games, much like PlayStation, which is really good.
Finally.
Thank you, Reggie, and all your team.
Reggie Fils-Aimé. My body's ready for region free. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, it's good. So, you know, I'm going to Japan in April.
Pick up some Switch games.
Pick up some games if there's any out.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, so you know, the thing they said, you know, it's got the DNA of every Nintendo console that's been out so far.
That was really sweet.
I thought it was
I really
good.
liked
Like
that.
they went through the history of Nintendo, you know, like the NES controller and then the extra buttons introduced on the
On the
SNES.
SNES, yeah.
And then the portability of the Game Boy and all that stuff. It was nice.
And with the GameCube, they're like, we were ahead of our time with the handle on the back. It's like, wow, I can't imagine anyone just taking their GameCube around.
Yeah, like I feel unsafe carrying it like that and
Well, you
jangling
gotta
it
carry
around.
your cords and everything.
Yeah,
like
so,
it's not a self-contained unit.
It was a nice little poke at themselves though, like self-aware, like, hey, we tried something, it didn't work.
Yeah, but that's what I really like. That's one of my main things with Nintendo is that they're always innovating.
Yeah.
And you look at all the other consoles. You look at PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4. The PS4 and the PS4 Pro or whatever. It's literally pretty much just a way better version of the PS1. But you look at every Nintendo, like you look at the naming of the Nintendo Entertainment System and then the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. They knew. They were like, yeah, the SNES is just a super version of the NES.
NES, yeah.
But then from there, it's like the 64 because it had 64
Bits.
yeah, in the games, and then it's like the GameCube was the next.
Yeah.
You know, they had the
no, you're
thing.
right. They innovate.
They innovate. They change every time.
And that's cool. Props to Nintendo for
Yeah.
innovating. But
Xbox to 360 to Xbox One,
Yeah,
they're the
there's-
same. But
it's-
Nintendo's always been different, and that's why they cop so much shit because it's not what everyone wants from a system like
and
that.
I think that I do give them credit.
Yeah.
Give them credit for innovating. I did like I wrote it down. It was a cool thing. Like the Switch is the product of years of innovation, right?
Which is the point they were making in the
Yeah,
presentation.
and that was nice. It was cool. Anyone who's watched it probably also thought, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I think a lot of the Nintendo innovation has fallen to gimmicks, and that's not appealing to the masses. And that's something we'll
Anymore.
get to, anymore. Because,
You look how quickly Guitar Hero died.
yeah, no, you're right.
Well, it wasn't really quick, but like
And Rock
when
Band
it
and
died,
whatnot.
it died.
Like,
And that was a
whether you see it as a problem or not, people want... Essentially, they just want a reskin of the same box. A powerful box that they plug into their TV and they can play their games. They can play their exclusives.
COD, FIFA.
You know, but, you know, Xbox, they want Halo. On PS4, they want Uncharted. And on Nintendo consoles, they want Mario and Zelda.
But
So-
the problem is with things like that is that the Xbox and the PlayStation are the same.
They
For
are.
all intents and purposes, those two units, like barring, you know, slightly different specs and exclusive games and whatever, they're the same thing. Like they exist for the same purpose. They have basically all the same features. Like you can watch Netflix and YouTube and like streaming stuff, and you can get like Twitch apps for PlayStation or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like it's games, it's movies, it's like they play Blu-ray movies.
They play music.
Like
They're
DVDs.
basically the
Yeah,
Flannel Brothers
it's-
box.
Yeah, it's like everything in one. And then you have Nintendo,
Which
and
is different.
They had I don't want to say they're in a league of their own because that implies that they're like miles ahead, but
They're not. They're sidestep.
yeah,
But
mainstream gaming and then Nintendo are doing their weird shit over here.
yeah, it's funny though because like you love Nintendo.
Yeah.
Huge fan, as you've seen in the videos we've done. You do not represent, or neither do I.
I know.
The core mass demographic, and unfortunately, Nintendo are not appealing to those people.
Yeah.
Because what they want is what I said. They want a box with a reskin that plays different exclusives. And unfortunately, the Switch isn't going to deliver that. And, you know, there's a few other downfalls. Like
we don't know yet. There are a bunch of... I know
the launch does not deliver that.
The
Let's put it
launch
that
has
way.
4 games, one of which is a game, and the other 3 are just tech demos.
It's a shame. Like, okay, let's move into that.
Party games anymore.
They don't. Like, the 1-2 Switch, you're right, should be bundled in.
It should be bundled, because, like, I want to play it, but I don't want to pay $50
no.
for it. No
like,
way.
It's the same as that ARMS thing. Like, anyway, let's do this a bit more, like, sensibly.
Right. Yeah,
so the battery life, only 2.5 to 6 hours. I'm guessing that 6 hour figure is standby mode in your bag, not being used.
Or the 6 hours would be, like, playing Mario, like the original one. Straight up
I reckon
Mario.
you're going to get 2.5 to 3 hours out of Zelda or
but
Mario Odyssey.
You pretty much get that out of a 3DS.
That's a bit longer. Like, I've been on tours where I've played my DS for like 6 hours.
Yeah, but is that...
That's playing, not standby mode. Oh, and Pokemon being Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah, but is that like full brightness or like what do we got? Like, there's all different factors.
The point is, it's a little on the low end.
The portability of it's not.
Yeah, so I feel like that's going to cut that whole, you can take it anywhere thing in half. Like, a lot of the people that I listen to, the podcasts and whatnot, they're like, I'm going to take the Switch on flights. And now, post-reveal, it's like, I'm not going to be taking this on flights. It's not going to get me there. The PS Vita has a better battery life than this.
See, I know I don't represent the people they're trying to impress with the Switch, but the thing is, I'm seeing it as a home console. So the whole portable part of it,
I know.
I'll play it around the house. Same with my Wii U. It's like, yeah, I'll play it on the pad if I'm just in the lounge and someone else is using the TV, and I can put it on the charger when it dies, because it dies in about 2 or 3 hours. But like, yeah, the Switch, I mean, I can play it in bed or, you know, just around the house. I don't want to take that thing out and about.
No, I'm the same. I don't want to take it around either. So
I want it to be safe at home.
Here's where a point that I have about Nintendo. I think their marketing is a little skewed.
Yeah.
I think it's a little poor because they're really pushing this whole take it anyway. Like the ad, you got Karen. God damn it, Karen taking your Switch to the party again.
Hey,
it's like,
hey guys,
that's not going to happen. It might happen for the first couple of months. People are like, oh look, I'm bringing my Switch. It's not going to last.
Let's play. Oh, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which looks great.
Why is that not a launch title?
Well, it's within like a month and a half. Look, I know that's a whole big can of worms, but the thing is, like, did you see they like hooked up a bunch of switches for local multiplayer as the screens, but on the screen it had split screen. If you're hooking up things to play multiplayer, you should all have your own screens as your like, this is my character. I don't want to see everyone else's on there, because then you're looking at a tiny little rectangle. It's the same with the Wii U though.
Yeah.
Like when you play multiplayer on Mario Kart, it does have split screen if you're just looking at the thing, which is annoying, but it's, you know, whatever. But this time, if it's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with the new hotness, the Switch, I just spat a little. I'm sorry. Yeah, there should be a way to have it just be the screen, because it's not playing off one console; it's a bunch of consoles hooked together. Yeah. Sorry. And anyway, that's
So they've got the modes. You can do TV mode, which is regular game, like you know, just like a PlayStation and Xbox. You just playing on your TV. They've got the tabletop mode with a little kickstand, so you can play.
So it is
separated. And then you got the handheld mode where you chuck the Joy-Cons on the side. And personally, I'm only going to be playing TV mode.
That's what I said.
I might, because I've got a Vita, so this is kind of like a bigger version of the Vita. I might do that occasionally, but I see myself just doing, it's like a home console, like you said.
Yeah.
But anyway.
The portability factor does not appeal to me at all. Like, and I could not care less about the fact that you can take it on the plane.
Yeah.
You know, who's catching a plane every day? Who cares? Leave your Switch at
home. It seems like the people they were appealing to, they were appealing to like
what do they
young
want?
People.
Business people?
I do. I think they do.
I don't know.
Anyway, the presentation has so many bad Switch puns.
I loved them. I loved them. No, they were so cringy. It was beautiful.
I didn't like it at all. Let's switch over to this. And
great.
Anyway, what squid do you think about this after the Splatoon thing?
Oh, God. The guy who did Splatoon. That was where the translator died.
Yeah,
because he came out with his guns, and I was like, "You better not spray that audience, because I'm gonna cringe into oblivion." But he didn't. But he just like this, and he kept going like Splatoon or whatever.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
Like,
it was bad.
Don't
it was
do
bad.
that, dude.
You know, there's a whole lot of fun things you can do with the Joy-Cons. Like they can be their motion controls.
Ice cubes. What was that?
Yeah, I don't know. Like
you can feel it vibrating.
Oh, you're saying
HD vibration, and it's ice cubes, and now there's 2 ice cubes. Like, yeah, cool. When's that ever going to be used in a game? Who cares?
See, it was a misguided presentation.
Drink simulator. Like, it's cool that exists, but what a foolish way to demonstrate HD Rumble. Like, it's cool, and I'm interested to see where developers can kind of take the HD Rumble. But why would you be like, now there's 3 ice cubes in here, and now it feels cold or whatever.
For us, well, for me, the games are kind of where it's at. Like, it's a console that plays games.
It always is.
We got 1,
the
2, 3
features
Switch.
Of the console are cool, but you gotta have games.
The 1, 2, 3 Switch, whatever. It should have been bundled in, so we've already talked about
Switch.
that. Oh, whatever. ARMS could have been a Punch-Out reboot. I feel like there's a missed opportunity because Punch-Out's a Nintendo IP.
However, a lot of people always are saying that Nintendo just recycles their same IP, so maybe this was a chance to get Springman and Elastic.
Springman and Ribbon Girl.
No, it's Elastic. Isn't it Elastic?
I wrote it down, so it must be Ribbon Girl.
Oh, yeah, because Elastic Girl's from The Incredibles.
It's not a launch title though, so
ARMS is?
Nope.
Isn't it?
Nope.
So what is? Oh, Bomberman R,
Yeah.
Super Bomberman R, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, 1, 2 Switch.
Splatoon 2's not. I can't remember what the other one was.
What's the other,
It's
4
there.
launch titles? It's not good.
Can you just look that up?
However, this is only the stuff that they showed in the presentation, and a bunch of other ones did say March. So it could, maybe other games are coming out March 4th.
Yeah.
We don't know yet, and this is just all the confirmed stuff that they wanted to show.
So those 2 things, cool, innovation thing with the Joy-Cons, but for me, it's a pass. I don't care.
I'll give
them a try, but I don't really care. It doesn't make the Switch I have to buy it to play ARMS kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, then we got Splatoon 2. I don't care about Splatoon. I didn't have a Wii U, so I never played it. To me, it doesn't look something I would be interested in. What about you?
I like Splatoon, but I didn't play it a lot. But
Just Dance and Skylanders.
Oh wow, can't wait for Just Dance. Skylanders came out in 2016. This is the Imagineers one, and Just Dance. Well, I'm sure that's going to be a system seller.
Sorry, we're just jumping back to
I can't wait to play Just Dance 2017 on a plane.
Splatoon 2, sorry I cut you off, but...
Yeah, I like Splatoon, and Splatoon 2 looks good enough for me to want to play. Like that rain cloud thing, because you know how it works, right? Like it's a shooter, but instead
you're trying to cover the map.
You cover the map, so instead of shooting, you shoot other players to stop them from covering the map, and then they respawn or whatever.
Like that Tony Hawk's mini game where you had to try and color...
Yeah. It's like cool. You got to do tricks on ramps.
I just want to blitz through these because I wrote down heaps of games that they showed. Super Mario Odyssey. Now, looks sick.
Oh, boy.
Mario in the real world, weird, but I'm about it. I reckon it looks like a very fun, fresh take on Mario.
Looks sick.
This is where I'm excited. I will probably get a Switch for this game.
But it's holiday, which is American holiday, which is November.
So I think that's a huge misstep. Fair enough, maybe it's not finished and they don't want to pull out an unfinished product. Props to them for it. Because it's not there, at least in the first half of the year, I think it's a weak launch. Really, I think it's a weak launch, and I think it was a bad presentation, so my impressions of the Switch are poor. I'm still probably going to get one. I think by December, it's going to be a good console
by December,
for this.
When they'll almost definitely, I don't want to say definitely, but they definitely will bundle it with Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, and then you know what? Then it's a worthy holiday purchase.
Yeah,
it really is.
Because by that time, you've got a whole year's worth. We don't know what's coming out. Yeah. It could be a bunch of sick stuff, or it could be nothing. Yeah. But some of the things that got announced, like Skyrim. I mean, I played Skyrim for an hour on PS3.
I like Skyrim a lot.
Then that game came out in 2011, and here it is getting a big deal re-release in 2017.
Yeah, it's a bit...
But, that's cool.
Yeah.
And it said 2017, so it's going to come out sometime.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Very cool.
Looks rad.
Xenoblade Chronicles 1. Haven't played X on the Wii U, but I want it.
Nah, it looks really cool. Yeah. Very keen for that. Yeah. We had a really quick look at a Fire Emblem Warriors game that's basically just Hyrule Warriors.
It's Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah, so cool.
Whatever.
Dragon Quest 10-11 coming, and they specified in Japan. So I believe maybe then we're not getting it.
That's a launch title for Japan.
Is it really?
Yeah. Japan's got one extra launch title.
Yeah, it must be Dragon Quest. But anyway, so whether we get it or not, we'll see. I have never really played Dragon Quest. I know it's very similar to Final Fantasy.
Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is coming to Switch.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Then we got to look at a Shin Megami Tensei. I thought that was Captain Falcon in the trailer. Like that gold guy, and he had like
I
a bird.
didn't see it. I watched it on my phone on the bus when I was like walking through the city, and then I had my phone in my pocket and I was listening to it. So but it was all in Japanese.
It was like a Shin Megami Tensei game, but it looked like Captain Falcon. I was like, what the hell? Is this like a new F-Zero game? And then no. So Shin Megami Tensei, that's coming out. Then we had that Square Enix game that looked really cool, Project Octopath Traveler.
Yeah.
So Octopath meaning I believe there might either be 8 characters and you follow their stories, or 8 different endings.
Okay.
Anyway, and I hope it's a working title. I hope they retitle that to something else.
Well, it's just called Project. So I
Project,
imagine
it's by the same people who made Bravely Default. So I'm feeling like it might be a console Bravely Default sort of thing.
Well, yeah, I've got Bravely. Well, I bought it for my girlfriend for Christmas. We've got Bravely Default 2.
Oh, Bravely Second.
Yeah, Bravely Second. Yeah, it's good.
So they've got that. Then we got Skyrim, whatever. Where the translator cooked it was this Travis touchdown thing. Where the guy was like, it was on screen, and the translator's like, this guy, I missed his name. This guy, he developed the game on screen, and then he just sat silent while this guy's speaking in Japanese. So it was awkward. So whatever.
Why didn't he have a script? Like this should have been a scripted, structured.
Should have been Nintendo Direct.
It should have been Nintendo Direct.
Anyway, then we had the EA thing. Where the guy's like, I love Nintendo. My son's middle name is Luigi. And because of that, we're bringing FIFA to the Switch. It's like, cool, next. And then there was like a whole show reel of games that are going to be coming out eventually. I didn't really pay attention, but someone...
That's where Dragon Ball's
Universe was shown. But it's getting shown off in America. You can go to these different... Like
There's one in Melbourne now, too.
The Switch?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I wrote down here... Classic. Australia doesn't get any hands-on time, just like the PlayStation VR.
No, there's one in Melbourne.
All right, well that's cool. And then we had the is this the Okay, vague 2017 release dates. Just our assistant over here gave us a thing. We got Xenoblade, Ultra Street Fighter 2, Minecraft.
Ultra Street Fighter 2 came out in like 2008.
Well, it's coming to the Switch.
Yay!
EA Sports FIFA.
Yay!
Sonic Mania. Okay, I'm about Sonic.
That looks pretty sick. The song in the trailer was so good.
I Am Setsuna. That's a Chrono Trigger style game.
Okay.
Looks cool to me. It's on PS4. I haven't got it yet. Steep. That Ubisoft snowboarding game.
Yay.
Siberia 3.
I don't know what Siberia
NBA.
is. Siberia's a country.
And then... no, Siberia's a region.
Is it?
I don't think it's actual country. Anyway. And Dragon Ball's Universe 2. Thank you.
Yeah, cool.
Ryan. So that's what's coming out in 2017. To me... That's not a solid lineup, really, because it's a whole lot of old games. But Mario Odyssey.
Well, you look at the launch titles for the Wii U. That I did a graph thing, which we might put in the description or something.
We probably won't because, as you know from our videos, we don't
never
bother.
do that shit.
And in fact, on that note, everyone go watch our food segment, and I left a little surprise for you in the description.
Yeah, lol. But
anyway.
yeah, I did up a launch title graph of how many launch titles and what launch titles were for each major console. So it was Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft. And Wii U actually had the biggest launch library by like 10 games.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was huge.
Were they Wii ports?
Huh?
Were some of them Wii ports?
Some of them were shit games, but like a lot of them had garbage. But the Wii U had like Mass Effect 3 and Darksiders 2. Like a lot of, I think Darksiders 2. But like a lot of the Wii U launch titles were just or ports of games that have already been out for a while. But yeah, so that, I mean, like with the Switch, I mean, if they do within a month or so, just get a bunch of
solid games.
Hey, we're now it's on the Switch.
Yeah, look,
that's alright.
I've got like a pipe dream that maybe closer to launch we get like a nice package where we get Zelda and you get a couple of Wii U ports and then maybe some downloadable virtual console games for like $600 Australian.
Oh, the whole paid online thing, that was a given because Sony and Microsoft have the paid subscription.
Oh
thing.
yeah, the subscription thing. I don't want to do that like right now because that actually wasn't announced. Like the whole games thing wasn't actually. Was that revealed in the presentation where they give you a free game and then take it away?
Okay, someone's got
so they're doing this online thing where like games with gold and PlayStation Plus games where you get a game for free every month. Nintendo's doing it, but after a month they're going to take it off you.
Like they take the game away,
like
and they give you a new one.
Like so,
but how long does it take to play Mario 2?
I just think the principle of it is like it's a little greedy, and when their competitors are giving you the game, and like you got to stay subscribed to play it, but why not just stay subscribed to Nintendo and get to keep Chrono Trigger forever? But no, they're taking it away, and I think that's a real dodgy step, personally. But anyway, to wrap this video and wrap in the presentation was Zelda. And now, I don't like Zelda. I've said it publicly. But this game looks sick.
Yeah. It looks amazing.
I don't care about the whole cooking thing that they did in that E3 trailer where he's like stirring the pot. I'm like, if this game is just fancy Minecraft, I don't care.
You know, it's functionality. But I mean, they said you could play the whole thing with a Pro Controller.
Yeah.
And so that functionality with the
Joy-Cons.
The Joy-Cons. That's cool. Maybe they'll rumble as you do some shit with
Yeah,
HD
or sizzle. It'd be like sizzling a pot or something.
I mean, that's kind of cool.
No, it is cool. But Zelda, thank God it's a launch title. Let me tell you now, Nintendo, if you hadn't put Zelda as a launch title, no one would buy this console.
And it's confirmed to be coming out to Wii U that same day.
Yeah.
And the only difference between the Wii U version and the Switch version is
graphics.
Like, it's a slight graphical
it's pretty
frame
big.
rate thing.
It's pretty big. There's a comparison video online. It's much better on the Switch.
I mean, I'm not really a graphics snob.
No, neither am I.
So I'm probably going to get it for Wii U,
Yeah.
just so my Wii U isn't like a dead, barren machine.
Yeah.
Because I'm not buying a Switch straight away, but my girlfriend is. Oh, and what I was thinking, does your save go on the cartridge? Because they use like little proprietary SD cards for the games. Does your game save on the cartridge, or does it save on the console? So if I get Breath of the Wild, if I just buy it and I take my cartridge, put it in my girlfriend's Nintendo Switch, can I play my game, or will the Switch be like, hey, you've put Breath of the Wild in, I'll load your save from the console?
We'll see. These are the big questions that we don't know. But thank you for tuning in to the Flannel Brothers react to the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I was supposed to do that.
You were.
Nintendo Switch.
Alright, and we'll see you next.
Let's switch to this. Oh, this isn't my Flannel, by the way. This is Ryan's. I forgot it. I forgot mine, and look how small it is. I'm dying.
I'm in my regulars. See you next time, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Hey you, thanks for tuning into our video. Make sure you click one of these links so you can see more. And I'll see you next time.
Oh yeah, I'll be there. I'll see you as well, with my eyes, watching always.